what we got. There are 4 studies I picked it up for my presentation, starting from 2 years to up to 7 years. In Alzheimer's patients, antioxidant did not show any beneficial effects. Very minor, very tiny bit of positive effect. The reason why? These antioxidants may not cross the blood-brain barrier effectively, number 1. And also, the clinical trials done in Alzheimer's patients very late in life. Most of these clinical trials done so far for antioxidants, 85 to 95. So, and nothing wrong with the antioxidants, though they may not reach the mitochondria, but if you give them early on in life, 55-year-old, 60-year-old or 50-year-old, they work effectively and delay the progression of the disease. If you give these antioxidants to a 90-year-old person who doesn't have any functionally active neurons, it's not going to work. That is the problem with the clinical trials currently now. Almost all clinical trials, they are trying to give the molecule late in life, very advanced stage, instead of giving early on. Now the Alzheimer's community, not only researchers and clinicians, the neurologists, they are paying attention to early, elderly individuals with 45 to 60, start giving the molecules and see, particularly the individuals with familial Alzheimer's. They know that some of the family members are going to develop clinical symptoms of Alzheimer's. That's why now that the trend is changing. They're trying to give these molecules to early on or midlife and see if they can see the reduced risk of dementia late in life. Now, I'm going to show you something about fish intake. It's very important. Well done studies. If you look at the left side, the type of fish what they are trying to give, and the right hand side, the effect of fish intake in the brain, particularly the gray matter where we see the neurons and also hippocampal volume. So there is a strong correlation. If you eat a fish once or twice a week, and gray matter and hippocampal volume increases instead of reduction, shrinkage of brain in what we saw in Alzheimer's patients. And there are some studies here. So you look at the left hand side. This is a large sample size. The first study, 1,416, and mid-age 65, and the second one, 815 individuals, and 65 to 94. And this is a good sample size. And these are very longitudinal studies, anywhere from starting with 3.9 to 21 years. So if you eat every, once a week or twice a week a fish, whatever fish you like, without mercury contamination, definitely it will reduce the Alzheimer's disease risk. That is the bottom line message from all the fish intake studies. Now, another one, my favorite, I strongly suggest to have Mediterranean diet in your meal every day, if you can do that. Okay, what is this Mediterranean diet? Eating primarily plant-based products, for example, leaves, fresh vegetables, greens, whole grains, legumes, nuts. This is the key to delay the progression of the disease, Alzheimer's dementia. And also replace butter, processed butter with natural olive oil and stuff. And also use the herbs and spices instead of salt to flavor our foods. And limit red meat as much as possible. And eat fish, as I mentioned earlier, and poultry twice a week. And drink a little bit of red wine. Nothing wrong. Red wine is, helps age gracefully. Look at this pyramid. What I told you earlier, the same thing here. The bottom of the pyramid here, all the plant products, fruits, vegetables, beans, nuts, legumes, seeds, herbs, and spices. Every single day, if you maintain this diet in your meal, it's very good. And second in the pyramid, fish and seafood. Okay, the third one is in the pyramid, poultry and yogurts and stuff. Limit red meat and sugar as much. I would suggest don't eat. If you are really like to eat several, 2 times, 3 times per month, not per week. That will delay the progression of the disease and maintain your neurons to function normally. And there are some studies conducted so far. Most of them are very longitudinal, anywhere from 2.2 years to say 7, 8 years, and the large number. These are all done on elderly individuals and some on mild cognitive impairment patients. And the outcome is very positive. Out of 12 studies, I think only 3 studies did not show significant difference between individuals with Mediterranean diet and normal diet, and remaining all did show positive effects. They reduced the risk of Alzheimer's disease. This is the key. If you eat Mediterranean diet, you can delay the progression of the disease and you can live gracefully, healthy, brain aging. Now, next, physical exercise. Do you have any effect on physical exercise in cognitive changes and amyloid beta pathology in Alzheimer's patients, mild cognitive impairment individual, and even in elderly people? Okay. So I did a survey on mouse models of Alzheimer's disease and also MCI patients and Alzheimer's disease patients. What are these physical exercises? There are some examples I listed here. Just do gardening every day, half an hour, 1 hour. If you are feeling out, go out and get fresh air and do some work in the garden. Walking is very, I walk every day 30 to 45 minutes. I live across Higginbottom's Park on 19th. Every day morning, you can see me between 6 and 8 walking on the park. Nowadays it's a little bit cold, but I do the same thing walking inside the house on my treadmill. So walking is very important. You get fresh oxygen outside, you sweat a little bit, all the toxins will go out, and your body, not only physically, even mentally also. Running, even better if you can do that. Okay. Swimming, fantastic. Look at do the if you are swimmer, aerobics in the water. That's much better. The blood flow is to the brain and other parts of the body is very good. And you do yoga every day. There are so many yoga centers in Lubbock and other places. Or if you get one CD and put it in your TV and just in front, just do yoga for half an hour every day. And meditation, focus, concentration, and Tai Chi, the Chinese stuff. I think this morning we had meditation. Yes, all my staff members went and did the meditation. Laughing exercise. Just feel good about yourself every day, half an hour or even longer. Forget about all the problems. Just keep yourself happy. So these are some of the examples of a physical exercise one can do. And now this slide shows the physical exercise done in animal models of Alzheimer's disease. Mainly what they did, actually scientists, they put these Alzheimer's mice in the treadmill, say 60 minutes per day and 5 days per week. You look at each study is different, but the bottom line is pretty much in almost all studies is 60 minutes per day. 1 hour treadmill mouse, tiny thing. We can do even better, right? So the effect is very significant. Almost all animal studies showed reduction of amyloid beta, the toxic protein in the brain. And these studies are done in anywhere from 3 months to almost 10 months, even this year. So the longer the physical exercise, the benefit is stronger. They did show improvement in the cognitive behavior and the reduction in the amyloid beta peptides, and also toxic enzymes and proteins in the brain. So almost all studies did show beneficial effects in the animal models. Now human beings, you look at this studies done mainly, I think they focused mainly on women. Here it's 45% women and remaining men. And here in this particular study, 100%. The mean age is 75, and 56% women, and the mean age is 78.3, and keep going. So the people who did the physical exercise, walking, cycling, they did show improvement in their cognitive behavior and reduced risk of Alzheimer's disease. Here, bottom line message, in physical exercise is good for cognition in MCI subjects, and the next slide is on Alzheimer's patients. So, pretty much out of how many studies in this here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 studies, 4 studies did show significant beneficial effects in Alzheimer's disease patients. That's good. If you do every day, half an hour or 40 minutes, physical exercise, just walk, just run on the treadmill if you can do that, you can see the progress, see 3 to 4 months time, how you feel yourself, memory functions. And in overall body, you feel light, you feel active, you feel like jumping with joy. So the physical exercise is really good. And what I showed you earlier, all this stuff, I would like to summarize. So at Garrison Institute on Aging, we do healthy, aging activities and research. And the global impact on the dementia ratio is very high, mainly in African continents, countries, and also low-income groups. That's the key here. The economy is playing a big role in maintaining the dementia rates in the world. The estimated healthcare cost in 2015 is about 818 billion. That cost may increase by 2 trillion by 2030. That's so much. It's a major impact on our country's economy all over. And 2/3 of women and 1/3 of men are lifetime risk for dementia. I mentioned earlier also mitochondrial impairment and synaptic damage are key factors for aging and Alzheimer's disease. The bottom line here, maintain your mitochondria and your synapses in a healthy and good shape, then you can delay the progression of the disease. Antioxidants intake in supplements and diets have shown very beneficial effects in Alzheimer's disease mouse models and also elderly individuals, mild cognitive impairment subjects. But they did not show significant beneficial effects in Alzheimer's patients because the clinical trials conducted in the aged, advanced stage, Alzheimer's patients. So the bottom line here is you just give these molecules much earlier than later. So the prevention is better than cure. That is the key here. The fish intake did show a lot of beneficial effects in not only in elderly individuals and also in MCI Alzheimer's disease patients. The other one, Mediterranean diet, did show significant reduction of risk of Alzheimer's disease and improvement in cognitive functions. It's so good. I think, I have been eating the Mediterranean diet primarily, at home for the last 5 years. I want to maintain more and more and reduce my, other, red meat and other things as much as possible. So physical exercise is good for elderly individuals, mild cognitive impairment subjects, and also Alzheimer's disease patients. At the bottom I put, yes, healthy diets, regular exercise, better health lifestyle, delay the progression of dementia, in general. So if we maintain our, healthy diets, do exercise every day, and keep maintaining the better lifestyle, so we can age gracefully, delay Alzheimer's dementia. I'll stop it here, and I'm ready to answer any concerns, questions to you. It's almost 10 minutes to 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Okay. Can I come out there? Yes. Maybe a microphone would help. Can you give her a microphone?
Microphone? We'll grab it for you.
Is it working? Yeah.
By fish, does that also include most seafood, like shrimp?
Yeah, shrimp is very much, yeah. I mean, if you eat shrimp every day, every once a week or twice a week is very good. Shrimp and salmon, any other, seafood. I didn't say that.
They used to say that it had to be cold water fish, and so things like catfish and tilapia were not included. That came out in a study some time ago. It had to be cold water fish, like cod and salmon. Do you know anything about that?
I think to me what I say, any fish is good if they do not have any contaminants like mercury and other, you maintain away from those, toxins, then it is good. I don't see anything wrong with cold water fish.
Anybody else? Okay, got one down there.
Several that side.
I'm curious, what antioxidant supplements do you take and do you recommend?
So I tried coenzyme Q10 a long time. It's good, pills, you can get it from the market, but I don't recommend. If I didn't see any adverse effects, taking. I don't remember exact the milligrams of each pill. They work very well. So vitamin C, vitamin E supplements, vitamin D is very good. I mean, when we age, vitamin D levels goes down. Though I did not mention, they are available in the market. So they don't have any adverse effects. They have only beneficial effects. Okay. I mean, how much you take, it's up to you, and you may better consult your doctor and see. Don't take overdose of any of those supplements.
Thank you, Dr. Reddy. I have two questions for you. The first is it true that there's still no effective test to determine if you're going to get Alzheimer's or if you've got the beginning?
You asked me $1 million question. That's what all my 20 years of life trying to do.